righty. There it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Today's watch list is a little different. Tomorrow, we were having our normal live watch list plan, but today, I've been a little late with the other watch list, but I'm not going to lie to you, man. I was pretty beat up for the gym. I don't think I drank enough water, so I kept it in the title, baby. We have a tired watch list. So, I don't know. I got kind of excited here. I canceled the rest of my other work for the day. I was about to not do this, but I was like, nah, we can't leave the chat hanging. So, I'm very, very excited for this. We're going to still have it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you might like this. Maybe I'm not as crackhead Josh, but I did get back from the gym. We do have to talk about what's happening because you have a very interesting dynamic in the market, and legitimately the stock market is scared. That's why I have it as the title. We have the PCE this week. We're going to hear from Jerome Powell tomorrow morning. It's a pre-recorded event, but oddly enough, the volatility is high. So we're going to talk about that. I'm actually even going to show you a trick. I don't know if you have been watching me for a long time. I've shared so much with you, but I have something else. I'm going to show you guys a cool little trick here. So you're going to want to save this video, or at the very least, I think it'll give you a cool little tool that you could add to your tool belt. And then I got a couple of plays, and I have something special at the end. So like I said, I'm going to be chilling out here. You guys got to vibe with me again, bro. I think I'm like low key, bro. I might need to go get me an IV drip. Dividend reinvestment? No, but like I'm telling you, I'm like mad dehydrated here. I might go grab me another water bottle, but we're going to have some fun. I even have the futures up. Japan is ripping 1% right now. The SPY is up by a quarter, so it's going to be your normal watch list. I have everything. You need to like the video. I hope I see you tomorrow. And honestly, we could talk about the live stream towards the end. I don't know, man. There's been some crazy things going on, but if I do have to remind you, where is it, man? See, it don't even show up. Like, that's what sucks, bro. It don't even, like, I have to even search for my own channel in my notifications. What the hell? Where is it, bro? Yeah, there it is. So, yeah, youtube.com/the stock market, bro. So, make sure, you know, again, YouTube, they make it hard to find sometimes, bro. But we are live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. I get hyped when I say it, but literally live news, live everything. You had live plays, but maybe you could blame Google for it, man. Maybe we should start blaming YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But I have all of that. So, all my people on the recap, I'm sure you're going to vibe with it. What up, baby? There's the Chad. But now, before I get into any of it, like I said, I'm going to share with you some cool things, bro. I got some cool things for, your first live watch list. Oh, Gary, I wish I was more hyped, bro, because usually I'm like cracked out after the gym, but like I got clapped. Oh, and I did legs today. Isn't that wild? I did legs. I know. I don't usually do legs. I know. That's why I was like, oh my gosh, I'm winded. But what's going on, baby? Let me say what's up to the chat. Good evening, baby. How we living? Taco, hi dear, Joe, baby. What a Justin J. Azel, baby. Mario, Mr. Burge, Adam O'Donnell, T-Saint, baby. Tim Whitman. Yo, Tim, I'm not going to lie. I saw a homie in the gym, and he doesn't know, but I was like, that's Tim Whitman. I swear you walked by me in the gym today, and it's so weird. I don't know, it's awkward because he doesn't know me and he doesn't know Tim Whitman, but I'm like staring at this dude, and I'm like, that's my homie from the internet right there. That's my internet. That's literally Tim Whitman, bro. It was tripping me out, bro. I was like, or Tim's following me. I said, yeah, I don't think it was Tim, but it looked like Tim, bro. That's my bro right there. What up, Canthology? How we living, winning? What up, William? What's going on, Roy? Francis, Muck. All right, man, hold on real quick. But so some of you're going to have to bear with me. Let me go get a water real quick. I had a water, but I downed it. So now, you need to replenish it. I'll be yelling at you. Oh, no, hold on. It's far away. Is that weird that I just get up and leave? I hope not. I hope it's not weird. It's weirder that I'm talking to myself. But it's okay. It gives you time to get in here. And it's going to give you time to get out your notepad, okay? I hope you guys are ready. Yeah, it's dude, I'm like clapped. Bro, but it's like I feel good but clapped. You know, that's why I canceled everything. I already canceled my other work for the day. I had a couple of calls and other stuff. I was like, nah. I'm too clapped right now, baby. But it's good, and we have a lot to talk about. Yeah, I'm great, man. I'm just like, I need water. Agua, baby. Agua. It's like a good clap. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, it's like it's just post legs, bro, and just the timing and that. I don't know, but it feel good, baby. So vibe with me. I did leave DVR on for some of you, so you're going to see. But right off the bat, man, I'm sure you guys noticed what happened today. There was cold water on the rally all across the world. Literally everything from China to the U.S., it dampened. And I'll tell you why here, but hopefully, too, if you guys were watching yesterday's watch list, we were talking about China and just playing the under and how some things could play out. And low-key, the last couple of days, everything has been priced to perfection. So there's a couple of reasons why we got what we got here today, but I wanted to load up. I've been reminding people, like, please do not forget, both before the rate cuts and now after the rate cuts, and now that everybody is expecting a very favorable Powell, don't underestimate. The market is already pricing in a very profitable 2025 and 2026. So I showed this chart on stream and I showed it on the watch list, but like, don't forget right now is that the market literally is priced for perfection and feeling good. So like I'm saying, there was more stimulus out of China, but markets didn't react. The skepticism was high, and you didn't really have any drivers. We had a little bit of data today, but it didn't cause a big move. But why did we move? And quite frankly, and I'm going to show you guys with a little bit more evidence, but quite frankly, the market is nervous about Powell and the PCE. And this is kind of wild to think about because it shouldn't be nervous. Tomorrow, Jerome Powell is going to be speaking. Yeah, it's an event. It's going to be the first time we get to hear from Powell, but it's like a pre-recorded event. It's not anything where policy should be taking any twists or turns. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's very odd that people are getting volatile there. And then even the PCE, yeah, it's an inflation gauge, but this shouldn't be like your problem. And really what I think this is happening and what I think this is showing is that it is highlighting a real uncertainty in the market. This is what we have been getting from Powell. Remember, I've been telling you the data, every little set of data, it's causing some different moves. So regardless of whatever the talking heads are saying, I hope you guys realize it. Just at the end of the day, nobody knows what's going to happen yet. We're still the first week after rate cuts. You're having China do all of this other stuff at the same time. You know, a lot of different things are happening. You know what I'm saying? So that is not that's like everybody is just getting very, very confident. That's what I'm saying, bro. If you turn on the TV, yeah, it's the people who work for the news places. But like, dude, even these like hedge fund managers and all these people, man, remember, they don't have to file their positions for 90 days. So you don't even know what they're holding, let alone how they have to disclose it. But what I'm trying to tell you is just quite simply, whether they have plays or not, don't forget the word hubris. I don't know if you guys remember, but especially in the first, remember when we got into this idea of like going about this whole rate hiking cycle, remember, everybody got a little hubris, and a lot of people were walking on roofs. Yeah, and I think it's happening again because am I biased? Yes, I am biased towards a hard landing. However, I do, again, this is the closest you have ever been to a soft landing. Even this reaction, this is the closest we have ever been to it. So I'm ready to be wrong. I'm ready and I'm open towards it, but all I'm just trying to say is that 1 week after the effing event, you can't tell me that you know what's going to happen. Do you get what I'm saying? So, and maybe I am defensive towards that bias, but I don't care. It's just like at the end of the day, just let's take a step back. And that's why I'm saying for the amount of confidence I hear out of Wall Street, whether it's articles, TV, and again, I think you guys feel it too. Like, just look around. Everybody in the media is just, it's the same story, and people feel good. And I get it, and I understand the forward-lookingness, and I hope you do too, but at the end of the day, it's just like I do think there's a lot of embedded hubris, and we got to be humble about how these cuts are going to play out because, yeah, it's been a melt up and it gets crazy, but this isn't necessarily the safest environment for top ticking. And when it's all said and done, I mean, there's big history behind this, and we just don't know what's going to happen yet. Yeah, there's a lot on the horizon, but a lot of people are talking like they know the weather or that they know the conditions. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about it a little later, but let me put it this way. When a boat is, have you guys ever been on a boat? I've been on a lot of boats recently. It's been one of my new things I've been liking, but it's very simple. Like a boat, dude, when the water is chill, is like chill. You know what I'm saying? Like boats, man. Like when the conditions are good, bro. It's smooth. It's beautiful. It's nice. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a problem, but when there is a storm or when the conditions are choppy, and if you don't know what the water and weather is like that's not. It's like it's a lot different. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like. Everybody is like, yo, dude, the water is. Like, you're trying to tell me the weather, but I'm like, yeah, maybe it is. Maybe we're about to get a really smooth ride, you know what I'm saying? But for now, until we, like, get out of the bay and see the ocean and, like, you know what, until we, like, start doing that, I think it's still too early to tell, if that makes any sense. So that's where I think we're at right now. But like I'm saying here, this is now where things get really, really weird. And that's why I'm saying the market is awkward. You guys got to realize right now the market is scared because it's bringing up volatility for events this week, and it's not big. And this is a little trick I'm about to show you, because literally the volatility is higher this week, and the only other point it gets higher is the election. That is effing weird. Like, I can't make this up, and I'm about to show you how. But honestly, it's very, very wild. So again, your election is in November. We got the non-farms. We have a bunch of Powells. We have 2 more Powells. And for now, this could change. And like I'm saying, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it that the market finds a way to change this structure. But for right now, as I'm shooting this video, you literally have a higher VIX priced in for this week, and then the VIX goes lower pricing all the way until the election. And then the VIX spikes up in terms of pricing, spreads, and all of that. And that's why I'm telling you, it is a very, very awkward moment, because, again, you have people acting a certain way, and they're like, oh, PCE, oh, Powell. But it's like, no, that shouldn't be what's making you react. But hey, we'll see. And like I'm saying, this will change. But now here's your little fun fact. So if you guys, and remember, next week you have the non-farms. That's why I'm like, this shit is weird. When it's all said and done, maybe this changes, or maybe volatility finds a way to creep in, because you have the non-farm payrolls next week. That's kind of crazy. So you have a jobs report literally next Friday. PCE now, inflation. Then you're going to get the jobs report, and then before you know it, CPI, and then the earnings are going to be flowing. And somebody asked me that today, and I'll tell you guys, just don't ever forget, if the BLS data, if you believe that it's skewed, if you believe that the economic data is all skewed because of the election and all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And again, we have talked about the legitimacy and some of our doubts about it. It's very simple. Don't forget, company earnings are a gauge. You know what I'm saying? Remember, earnings reports and economic trends and the data released from earnings, that could give you what you're looking for sometimes. Yes, there is a delay between Main Street and Wall Street, but if you are looking for data, that is an area. Don't ever forget that. And I think some people have, but like, that's why I'm saying earnings season is fun and we get all this stuff. But remember, especially with how I've watched the market put the brakes on pricing in, I'm telling you, if they want an excuse to dump this, they're going to use the earnings to start saying, oh, well, look at this, look at that. But even then, if there is going to be a red flag, it can show up in a company report. Don't forget the collapse of '01, that started with negative earnings downgrades. Yeah, exactly. Those downgrades, if they start to come, that won't be good. So you do got to watch out for that. But that being said, now let me show you guys your cool little trick, because how do you know what the market is pricing for the volatility? You can go look at the VIX futures. So do you guys remember like how I've showed you? Remember, I just did this with oil. If you go to the option chain on TD and then you type in the future and then you go here and put all, it'll show you all of the dates. Remember, I went out on my oil contracts and I made sure that I got time on it. But you remember, this is how you do it. Even the Fed futures, you type in /ZQ, right? And then ta-da, you see it there. But now, go to /VX. It's the same exact thing. And this is the VIX. But this is what I'm saying. Go look 7 days out or like 14 days. I think this is your active contract. In the next couple of days here, you could see the pricing, 816, 18. And then you'll notice after the VXV24, like the main contract, not the weekly. That's what I'm saying. It's at 18. And then you keep going down, it drops 17. And again, these are the bids and the asks. And you could even see the last trade in the volume as well. But then you'll notice up until you get to like the end of the year in the election, then the VIX structure starts to pick back up again. So pretty wild. But if you ever want to know, and if you feel like some of the events, what I'm trying to show you, just don't forget, if you go and look at futures according to certain dates, and you could see as it comes into events, this could show you the backwardation. Again, even if you see it on oil, if you notice that front month is ahead of it, then that's it. Why this week? Because of PCE and Powell, but it doesn't make sense. That's why I'm just saying the market is awkwardly nervous all of a sudden about these events. So I just think it's the uncertainty following Powell, and everyone's still trying to figure out, what kind of cut did we get? What is the real reality behind the move that we just saw? So I hope that helps you guys out. I hope it gives you a cool little tool. I like showing you those over the years. Yeah. And again, this will come up, especially if we're getting any sort of big data. And like I'm saying, this is going to change. So I'd watch it as we get over this event and get into the non-farms. Just watch the futures and the future VIX pricing and just see if you start to notice any changes around certain dates. But ideally, it makes sense that election should be our next volatile event. But surprisingly, once you get to these like weird little data events, since we're just coming off the rate cut, you are getting higher volatility awkwardly. So watch out for that. That's your key number 2. And then, are you ready? I'm going to just give you the final, man. I'm going to give you the final. And maybe I have too much hubris. Maybe that's the thing, but that's why I'm patient. But if I'm going to make my answer and know, okay, hard landing, soft landing, yibbity bobbity boo, it's very simple, man. The 3 C's. If this was back in the day, you would be probably sipping cough medicine. But 3 C's, bro. Commodities, credit, and consumer. And or. You're welcome. I think this is the answer. I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm kind of confident, which has the hubris, but by looking at this, it forces me to be patient. And it's very simple. Either commodities go insane because of China and everything else. Either credit crashes because of the banks. And you see what I'm saying? Commercial real estate, SVB comes back, maybe China, who knows? Credit problems, reverse repos, and then or the consumer. That's it. The individual slows down, the jobs, all of that. That's it. Again, even the port strike, that is a big deal. So I don't know how this fits into it, right? Because you got to ask yourself, what would the port strike do? It would rip commodities. I don't know if it would crash credit, and then it would strain the consumer. You see what I'm saying? So, but the port strike is a big deal, and I don't know. Somebody was saying it. You guys know that is confirmed. The mayor of New York just got indicted about like 20 minutes ago. So, yeah, literally Eric Adams got indicted. So I don't think that's going to help coming into a lot of other things, but yeah, that's huge news. I'll give you guys updates after we're done. I just wanted to get through this. Yeah, like about 20 minutes as we were starting here. It is confirmed. New York Times, Eric Adams is indicted by a federal judge. But I do think this is going to be a a good thing for you guys to watch. And that's what I'm saying. Until one of these moves, like, what are you saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're telling me, like, oh, this is going to happen, this economy, this is going to be this, that, it's like, well, hold up. Unless the commodities are making major moves, credit or consumer, I don't really think you're standing on anything. You know what I'm saying? So we will see what happens. But that being said, those are the main keys. And now let us get into the plays. So I do have a couple of plays for you. And I'll start with the first one. And honestly, man, I can't. This play, I mean, here it is, oil. And I'm going to say this very bluntly, bro. Okay? Oil. And this play isn't going to be immediate. It's actually going to be very difficult. But if you want an immediate play, go get you an AI girlfriend. Stop harassing me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you want oil, I buy it today, tomorrow. Like, you need some instant gratification, go get you an AI girlfriend. That's fine with me, bro. Otherwise, what I'm trying to tell you is, like I do again, bro. I was giving you guys K-Web, and I was giving you the fundamental macro play on it. I gave it to you 11 days ahead of everybody. So I've been trying to push you to make decisions. I hope you like these ideas. I'm in this play. So, and again, China, I already had exposure to shares. But I'm just telling you now, we will come back to this watch list in a few weeks, whether it's a few weeks or maybe 12 weeks. And we're going to talk about how this is the cheapest global hedge right now. So today, there was positive talks with Israel, and they're like, okay, we'll negotiate. And then Russia came out changing their nuclear doctrine. But when it's all said and done, it's the same logic we were talking about. Go look at anything. Go look at gold ripping. Dude, you can't buy any. Again, commodities are part of it, but it's very, very simple, man. You can't get a cheap. You could go USO. It will work, but there will be, like, decay. But USO is not too bad. But... like, so oil is USO would be the only equity you could go through it, but it's just simple, bro. I'm just telling you, like, it makes a lot of, like, prove me wrong, because I'm telling you, it makes a lot of fundamental sense. Just right now, if anything happened in the world, like, look around you, bro. Even, again, Eric Adams and all of this, and you mean to tell me oil is trading stale for the last 3 years? I get it. Biden dumped like 90% of your reserves, but when it's all said and done, it's like, dude, if anything goes crazy, oil can stop it. Don't throw me off. Don't hit me with a Diddy joke about 1,000 bottles. That's awful. But do you get what I'm saying? Like, it just, please, I would love to hear a counter argument. And I know some people say oversupply and this and that, but I'm just saying, man, and I know oil companies make a lot at 70. But, dude, I think it's a solid hedge, pound for pound, and just looking at premiums elsewhere, just like if anything popped off in the world, I just feel oil will have more temporary upside than not. So that's where I stand on it. I think we're going to come back to this. What you need to understand is the logic. I've been talking about it for a while. It went up to 90 or 80 last time I said it, but you have to understand this, because this could be a very, very big deal if we get more volatility into the end of the year, especially if it is geopolitical. So that's key number one. Then key number two, or play number two, XLV. And I can't stress this enough right now. Man, I am not going to look. All your Diddy jokes are out of pocket, Chad. You guys need this play. You know that? You need XLV. You need healthcare. Well, that's what XLV is. XLV is the healthcare ETF. And some of y'all, y'all wild, bro. You out of pocket. You're lucky I like the joke, man. You know that? I'm just trying to save your time and not get too distracted, man. You know that? But XLV. So and again, this is another one of these ideas. I'm using, like I'm saying, bro, I'm using the leg day, the tired watch list. I'm using this right now so you can get a good handle of some of these broader ideas, and we could even talk about them. But it's very simple. this is low-key pivotal to the debate on what types of names are going to do good or bad after rate cuts. So remember that, IWM, rotation, all of that, right? And everyone's saying, rate cuts, this should do good. Yeah, XLV is going to be pivotal to all of it. Because, again, and utilities. But remember, if we get rate cuts, people want to know now, are you going to get healthcare moving? And honestly, if you haven't looked at a 20-year chart of healthcare, I really encourage you to do so. And then go notice even with elections. And it does this. It makes movements, it'll stay pinned, and then it moves. And again, like if we don't get and that's what I'm trying to say here, that you got to really pay attention because people want to go back to Mag 7 only. I don't think you guys get this. I've seen, this is how I made my fortune. I own Meta, I own Amazon, I own Netflix. I bought all the OG names, bro. If you think Wall Street is going to share the wealth, you're batshit. And what I'm trying to tell you is that the market really wants to go back to Mag 7 only. I hope you guys get it. Look at what's happening with your bonds, your curve, and everything. You are literally getting the rates cut, and you're getting everything saying, everybody's saying soft landing, soft landing. Yeah, you know why? Because soft landing means Mag 7 only, bro. I don't think you guys get it. A real soft landing means no value rotation. A real soft landing, that doesn't mean that and that's what I'm saying, healthcare and consumer cyclicals, they're not, a soft landing does not mean a cyclical rotation. It does not mean the economy changes. They're going to land, do their thing, and then go back to business. Everybody wants all of the crowded trades to keep running, and they want to go tech or bust. That's it. You got to really realize that. And that's what I'm saying. So, like, if we really get a soft landing, then, yeah, how these plays perform, you got to watch out for it. Because if there isn't a soft landing and the economy really changes, dude, I think healthcare will do very well. Or people are about to sell this shit off is what I'm trying to tell you. So watch all these traditional industries that should do good on rate cuts. If you truly get a soft landing, XLU's benefiting off AI, but I'm telling you, they're gonna sell all of this shit off, and then go right back into tech. If that's legitimately the case. So I'm saying I would watch this. I like Humana for the long term too, but depending on, like I'm saying, consumer credit or commodities, if we could really get an idea and a jump on everything, if we know real economy shift, there's gonna be awesome plays. For value. Otherwise, if not, and I'm saying, dude, if you really got like true soft landing, then again, all of the value dividend plays, they'll be nice, but it's not going to be what you think. And that's what you got to watch. That's why, again, I'm not buying more MO at the highs. MO would be a victim as well. Again, consumer cyclical. If the economy's not changing, then yeah, what do you mean all of this? Yeah, it will be Mag 7 forever. If there is no hard landing. So I hope you guys understand that, but watch out for that. That is play number 2. And then, actually, that's all I have. I have no more plays for you, but I did do a couple of plays today. So one, I did sell my Intel contracts. I got kind of mad at these because I ran out of time. Remember, I got the news very early last week. I bought the contracts at 7. They went up to 50, but I only sold out at like 26. So I made like $1,300 or $1,400, but then I got greedy and I bought puts on the same day for $900. So I'm only going to walk away with like $300, $400 or something. So it kind of sucks, but I did get a boost to my clap shares, and then I just didn't, and I sold out today because it did really good, and it could have done like even more, but I didn't want to risk it because in 2 days, if that went down, I would have lost $1,400 of value, and I would have lost on the put. You know what I'm saying? So that would have been bad. You saw the MU play? Oh, no. Ah! Yeah. So MU. That was my other play. So literally, I grabbed Micron this morning. So 2 minutes. This was my only other play. I sold out of Intel today, took my profits, made sure that we got a net profit on that so that we didn't lose. And then I sold out of, or I made Micron both ways for earnings. So I went both ways, a little bit further for 2 standard deviations. I sold them to make them free. But I did this within 2 minutes. This play was killer. And you'll see why I sold it, because, again, I'm not trying to take risk. I went cash a while ago. I might even go buy another crib, man, at this point, or put it into bonds. So hopefully if I start gambling more, I'm gonna go buy me bonds, because again, I made a lot on the yen and a lot of things went well, but at the end of the day, I don't like how I've been seeing things, and I want everything free. Yeah, that's it, because that's what I've been doing. If you haven't noticed, any play, I've been doing this since last quarter. If it goes free, I make it free, and then that's it. And I'll hold it. If it goes to 0 on the free contract, I don't care, but I'm not going to lose any money. I'm not giving money to these scoundrels. If it hits and goes crazy, we'll get a free 1,000%er or a couple of $100 here and there. I'm very content with a very, very small play. I have been doing it longer than that, but I've been very strict about it. Like very, very, very strict about it right now. So it's literally, I grabbed the 78 put and the 118 call. I bought them both for about 35 cents this morning, and then the calls went up to 50 cents, and I sold out of those. I sold out of 9 out of 10 of them. I got 1 free contract and $100 profit, so I made money on it, got 1 free earnings, which will probably hit tomorrow, which I'm happy about. And then the puts, I waited, even though I made that gain on the calls, guess what? The puts only went down by 1 penny. So I lost about $9 on the puts, and then I kept 1 for free. So I just made a free play, and that's what I'm saying. Then everybody on the stream alerts, they got a free play. And again, just even then too, because again, I haven't been showing these on stream, and we'll talk about it. Honestly, I will explain it to you guys right here, right now, because at the end of the day too, a lot of you say, oh, Josh, oh, you pump, oh, yeah, without anybody knowing. That play was amazing. Do you see what I'm saying? That was a free-ass play both ways, and only 100 people on the volume. Nobody's thinking this, and I did this right in the morning. But I understand if you guys are salty about some of the changes that I've made recently on there, but I'm salty that you do not know what I'm doing. Okay? It's very, very simple. It's very, very simple. I have showed you guys all of my secrets. That's why I'm saying, like, believe me, get mad if I was gatekeeping. You know what I'm saying? Like, get mad if I truly did gatekeep everything. If I didn't show you 2 standard deviations, if you guys weren't making, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, then go get mad. Then go get salty. If anything, bro, I'm pushing you a little bit right now because, dude, it's earnings season. You've been here, bro. You know the strategy. You know the range. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, very simple. That's why I'm like, you gotta really just like I'm making moves. I hope it pushes you and you see it. So like that's why I'm even showing you post play. You can understand what I'm looking. I'm doing 2 standard deviations. You know my range. I'm looking at some of the earnings. I'm trying to make them free. That's what we're trying to do. So that's all it is, man. That's what I'm saying. What more do you want out of it? I want you guys to start thinking and applying it instead of actually having to hold your hand. And listen, you want me to hold your hand? You don't want to do the work? You could go buy the stream alerts and you could pay me, or you could go and complain to YouTube for putting me in jail and hiding all of my content regardless of what we do. And that's it. And go complain to YouTube. Like the video. Let's get me out of the box. And then, because I said it, man, if we have real volatility in the market, just like, again, when the markets really crash and there's a flash crash, where do 14,000 of you show up to my stream from? You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you the play, bro. I'll give you the play if it's really there. But if you mean to say I'm getting boxed in and getting everybody stealing the shit, and then and then I said, if Trump wins too, we could change a couple of things. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm doing. I'm sharing with y'all the plan and the strategy, and I really do encourage you to go after it. And like I'm saying, if you want me to help you with the strategy, I got you. But at the end of the day, if you're going to be a lazy bum about it, and an entitled lazy bum at that, and demand, bro, it's on the video. I'm going to make you're going to have to go and do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's it, because I know some of you are banking off of it. So let's get it, baby, all right? And that's so take your choice. Make your choice, okay? But now, is there any questions before I have one more part for you guys. but it's not stock. It's not as much, okay? Okay, it's not as much, but here it is, man. Here it is. Before I get into the final segment of the day, my brother, is there any questions? Is there any questions? You learn much. I appreciate that, but that's what I'm saying though, because like I've already done this so many. I've made millions of dollars for people, and I've just realized it, dude. If you don't learn from me, you turn into a bitch. And what I mean by that, you're gonna make money and be a little B word, but like you didn't learn anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you made it just off of the play, like, you know, no, for real, though, because you're not, like, learning. Like, dude, I'm giving you guys strategies that they gatekeep on Wall Street, bro. I'm getting banned by Bloomberg. I'm getting fucking attacked by the big financial website. Bro, are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm like, dude, like, so I got you, bro. And I like, and that's why I'm like, and if you really see what I'm and learn from it, bro, you are going to be like, yeah, you're going to realize it. You're going to, and you are going to be not only will you be able to show your love and appreciation, but you will be a addition to this community. Otherwise, you're just going to take litter and then be more of a drag than thrust. And that's what we need. So that's why I'm like, yo, it's super simple, man. So yalla. Oh, why am I getting hyped? We all get hyped, baby. But is there any questions about the market tonight, tomorrow, anything market related? You tell me. You tell me. Is there any questions? I don't think I got an email. My email is tradingfraternity@gmail.com. China demand. Unfortunately, China demand is going to be hard to monitor. Quite frankly, I would just look at the currency or the yen, because again, or even the dollar. But low key in my world, currency is the only thing, because China's worse than Biden and Kamala combined. If that makes any sense, they're not. They will censor the shit out of you and all the data. Oh, I'm burping. World recommends staying long. I mean, I wouldn't be against it. Depend. I mean, and if it's in your long term, I'm not selling out, man. You already know the vibes. I really think there's no point. You know, if you already have long term and you have all the Mega 7, like, why not just, I would balance out, get a little cash, and you'll be good. Because there's no point. You want to be on that ride. Because somebody asked me, they're like, you know, what do you do? Like, how are you gonna manage like whatever happens next, hard landing? And I was telling you, like, part of it. The first part about surviving whatever happens, hard landing or soft landing, the first part is you have to survive this. I don't think you guys feel me. I was telling you this when I was going cash. I told you this in advance. I told you don't want to be demoralized when it happens. I don't know if you remember that. I said you don't want to get hit right before, and then they're going to cut the rates and all this stuff's going to happen. So now you need to survive the crackhead melt up. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm like? Again, literally, people are just straight up. You have to survive this first round, whether that be stacking, but like you can't get left behind either. You see what I'm saying, bro? Do you bro? This last week and a half, this last month, bro. If you got left behind, bro, it was actually a lot of money. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. From August till now, bro, and even our long term, bro, that's insanity. Like, then that's why I'm saying, like, you got to be able, dude, it looks fake. This looks so computer. Like, dude, look at this stair. I didn't again, we deposited at the beginning of the month. I didn't deposit, and this looks like I've deposited every day. Do you see what I'm saying? So you have to survive the first burst of euphoria while making sure you're not getting left behind, and then making sure you're not blowing all your ammo, and that you're not fully set on loving everything on the highs. You see what I'm saying? So make sure. That's why I'm saying, like, I wouldn't really be I'm not trying to sell shit. I've been telling y'all to be strategic, but my strategy isn't sell and run and hide. You know what I'm saying? My strategy has been the diversification. So you had to. That's why I'm like. So I wouldn't be selling out of Mag 7 right now. If that was the case, I would actually be like low key. I would just find my balance, because at the same time, that Mag 7 is going to make sure that you don't get left behind. But then if things change, you'll be able to find out what's going on or adjust. And then again, if it is in the long term, it just offers you the great opportunity to balance. Don't forget, we bought Meta and Netflix in the long term, and we had growth like Redfin. And at the time, bro, those grew. They allowed us to go buy value. So don't underestimate what that does to you. Like that really, really does open up a great opportunity for you. Powell, I don't think he's going to say much, but the market, that's what we talked about here. The market is very volatile, is kind of hyped up into it tomorrow, which is odd, but he shouldn't say much. So he should give us, I honestly think he's going to underwhelm, but at the end of the day, why it's such a big deal is simply because it's his first event since the rate cut. You know what I'm saying? So that's why everybody, and then it's going to lead into the PCE. So if he does say anything, then he's going to be able to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he does say anything, it will be compared to the backdrop of, the PCE, and then whatever Powell says. Damadoran's new video. No, that was the guy today, huh? I never heard about him till today. I don't know. People brought that one up, and I thought that was very, very interesting. How long do you think it'll last? I don't know. That's why, unfortunately, there's a lot of deception fog. Like I said, I don't know if they're lying a little bit or lying a lot, and they've lied so much, I don't know if they're honest. So that's why I'm saying consumer credit or commodity, something has to give. And you know what I'm saying? We don't need to go off of feeling, we don't need to go off of anything, but we do need to find a way to go about that stuff. Stop saying okay. I just banned you if you didn't know. Yeah. Hush. I'm tired today. I'm going to do whatever I want. Is there any other useful questions, though? Real estate, again, that would be credit. That falls in the credit category. And the REITs. I think Walmart is a dominant force, man. I think that's why it's been running. And then, remember, they upgraded their consumer after all of that. Friend working at Tapestry and said retail sales the worst. So here's the deal. I don't know. They're backing out. But dude, I had the weirdest two things happen today. I have a guy offering me a Lambo $100,000 less than what it's worth. And I'm to the point where I think he stole it, but it's legit. But then it sucks because I gave him the Josh Answers special and I told him the truth. And now he's kind of reconsidering it. So now I'm like, fuck, maybe it wasn't stolen. But that was, no, dude, it was a brand new Lambo, bro. It was insane. It was insane. But then I told him, I was like, this doesn't make sense, man. I did. I was like, listen, you realize what you're telling me? And he's like, oh, I mean, I guess. He's like, yeah, he's like, I don't really need the money. I guess he was excited and stupid and rich at the same time. But that was the first one, and then are you ready for this one? I lowballed a property. A month ago. So it was a San Diego property. Somebody sent it to me, and it was already on the market, and I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm down to offer, but because it was already on the market. Like sometimes this happens. You could offer on the market, and then they'll accept it, and then it'll be way lower, but I offered him it was like $75,000 below what he wanted. And they were really rude to me about it. Cuz it was a cheap property, so $75,000 was more than 20%. But It was 20% off, at least 25. And they were really rude about it. And then fast forward, I'm dying on the leg press. And I get a text message saying that they want the offer again because it already expired. And I was like, what? I was like, no way. And now I'm like, fuck it, man. You don't know this game. Love to see it. No, fuck that. You don't know this game? I'm the worst. I'm the worst. What do you mean? I want 100K off now. Yeah. Yeah, bro, you're crazy. That's not a good sign. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just not that's it. It's just not, at the end of the day. Well, no, it's just not. Because they couldn't sell. Do you see what I'm saying? So, like, what do you mean? Like, what am I going to do? Am I going to buy it for him and sell it for 20% more? No. He couldn't even do it. Like, I know I'm cool and all, but I don't think I'm that special. Like, you know what I'm saying? This was a month ago, dude. This was a month. This came out of nowhere, bro. This is like when a girl randomly hits you up. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ever, like, get, like, a girl's number? Or you had, like, an ex out of nowhere, and they just, like, this was so this was the last thing on my mind, bro. I forgot about this property. That's why I was like, and I just remember, all I remember were they were, like, offended and they were rude. I just remember them being rude about it, and I was like, all right, well, I said, hey, man, didn't hurt to ask. Like, y'all the one who wanted to sell it, not me. Fuck. Shit, I told you my offer. It happens. Yeah, it is. Well, that's why, too, though, but if they're down to take the lower one, I'm buying it, but, well, that's what I'm saying. It just, unfortunately, things have already been slowing down, but we don't know. I am biased towards hard landing, but at the same time, we have to be cautious. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how it's going to play out. We see the signs, and maybe the writing is on the wall, but we do need to make sure. But at the end of the day, though, like, I am leaning more towards the defensive, and I'm not going to be mad playing defense. Especially while having a diversification that makes sure that we have exposure. You know what I'm saying? Ask Uncle to sample the plastic. That's actually a pretty good idea, man. I like it. Very creative. I like it. Do you still prefer to top tick NVO? Yeah. Humana's cheaper. Humana's cheap, but NVO would be the top tick. So, is that all of the questions? We're not done yet. I have the final part of the watch list for you. I did not tell you this. I did not give this one yet. I like EW, but EW is more precarious. Humana's value, but Humana's safe. I think Humana maybe down the line might get clapped because they took out a lot of debt in the last 2 years, which I find odd considering the rates. But other than that, Humana's like it's money. The 200 off market? Wait, what? Let's go, baby. But yeah, I mean, that's the market we're in. Uncle working? Oh, yeah, he is. Uncle has a track. He did it the other day. It's called Two Tacos. It was crazy, bro. He said $1 for the tacos, $1 for the chicken. He said, used to think life rough then, but now I'm reminiscing. Hey there, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, you signed up for the stream alerts? Let's go, baby. God bless you. So there you go. So don't be posting those stream alert plays, though, during the day. Okay? And that's it. It's still. And I hope I'm going to still make you study, Baidu? No, I'm still down on Baidu. I mean, it definitely, you're 10% late. You know what I'm saying? But depending on the time scale, it's there. But it is volatile from my experience. And they love to shit on it. All right. Are you guys ready? So your final key Your final key. Instead of an economic lesson, I'm going to read from a different book today. The book that I'm going to give you is the Apocrypha. I'm going to give you a live philo. My friend, it's amazing. Yes, where do I get the energy? Bro, I'm beat right now. I even told you I'm beat. I'm like chilling. I don't even think I'm energetic right now. I feel like someone is going to comment that they like this. They're going to be like, I prefer this less crackhead Josh. Thank you. Like weird, like some weird people like my calm voice. They like me. They don't, some people get offended that I have energy. That's what I've noticed in my career on YouTube. I never really thought about it, but cause they just don't like my energy sometimes. They get so mad about it. They're like, why can't you just tell me it calm? I'm like, because I feel it. It's like I feel like I don't know how to describe it. It just it flows. I don't know, man. Have you ever been in love? What are you I don't know, man. What are you trying to tell me to not be me and all of the, and I'm like, oh yeah, they don't know, bro. They don't feel me, bro. But anyways, honestly, I didn't plan this. This was last second because I was tired, bro. For real. It's funny you even asked. It's like you were like, how do I have so much energy, bro? Because I said it. You could go watch the beginning of the video. I opened this up, man. I said I'm chill, bro. I'm a little clapped, but I'm good clapped too, man. So, I had a really good workout, man. I'm tired. And it's just, I feel good tired. Very cathartic, but I didn't plan this. Literally right before I went live on Instagram, the book was laying next to me. And I saw it, man, and it just, I don't know, it spoke to me. And I was like, you know what? When I'm done with this, I'm going to be reading this anyways. This is my plan for the rest of the night. So I figured, if I was going to be chill on the watch list, I'm, chilling with you anyways. Literally, because this is what I'm about to do. I'm going to go eat my food. I'm going to go, I told you I canceled everything else. I'm going to go chill for a little bit. I'll be in bed in, an hour probably. Yeah, 7. I'll be in bed in, an hour and a half. And I'm just going to read my Bible. And go to bed, write a couple of things down, and then that was it. So, I figured might as well start and give you a little bit. Oh yeah, I forgot. And Mayor Eric Adams did get indicted. But let me just read this to you, okay? This one is Sirach 34, but I hope you read what I have in front of you. And this is a big deal, man. That's why I'm saying it spoke to me. Because like I told you, if you were there today when we were going over, the book of Sirach is like Proverbs, but the person who wrote it was not a rich man. And that has a very big deal. I don't think a lot of people understand that. You know what I'm saying? It's a very different perspective. But it's funny because he low-key throws shade on people who have dreams and people who say, God showed me this and that. And I've always been like that to a weird way, but that's why I was like, wow. But you guys got to really understand, for real, and we were talking, don't be a fool. Money will corrupt you, and every single one of you will have to go through the test of money. But, don't be a fool. I don't go off of your feelings and your emotions. You know what I'm saying? God told you to do this and that. You need to, believe. I promise you, if you ever feel like something is saying God, and say, God, if this is from you, ask him if who the son is and have him reveal it to you. Say the name of Jesus and you will see. But if that's not happening, then you need to again, there's a level of wisdom that I think we are granted, and I think there's a level of wisdom that we all must pursue. I don't know if y'all feel me. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there is real and there is examples. So let me tell you this: if you really want certain inspirations that are divine in an example, go to Genesis 28:10 and 37, and then Judges 7:13. There you have in written acceptable formats, but other things can be very questionable. But that being said, don't let me get too crazy, but I hope you see the theme. Let me read this to you. The senseless have vain and false hopes, And dreams give wings to fools. So say it's not that, but that's why I'm saying, do you know why I'm saying all this? Because look, that's how it starts. But it's not saying you're a fool to have a dream, bro. You're not foolish to think big. You're not foolish to believe that you're chosen. And you know what I'm saying? It's talking dreams, divinations, omens. Again, it's using things that are not providing you of reliable knowledge. So like the author of the book is Ben Sira. He's the one. He has something that's called Against the Law and Wisdom. He is very big, like Solomon, on wisdom. But again, it's some people would argue it's kind of opposing the apocalyptic movement. That's what some of you guys got to realize. You know that. Do you realize like literal text, apocalypse is a type of literary writing. Apocalyptic writing and stuff like that, that's what occurred. So when Revelations is an apocalyptic book. Again, the book of Daniel, there's apocalypse in it. Again, it's and it's not the only culture in the Bible. This was a time frame. So that's why it's ironic, because like this is even it's a broader criticization of that, or it's kind of telling you to hone in on that. Again, it's emphasizing, like, again, you need more to the knowledge in dreams. Or if it was going to be a real omen, it's not going to be a dream. It's going to be like literally like God will talk to you. Like, I don't know how to explain it, bro. And I don't rule that out, but I'm saying like it's not as I wouldn't call it as common, but as what it does say is that, again, this births fools. This will give wings to foolish behavior and ideas. So as one who catches at a shadow and pursues the wind is anyone who believes in dreams. What is seen in dreams is but a reflection, the likeness of a face looking at itself. From an unclean thing, what can be clean? And from something false, what can be true? Unless they are sent by intervention from the Most High. Pay no attention to them, for dreams have deceived many, and those who put their hope in them have perished. Without such deceptions, the law will be fulfilled, and wisdom is complete in the mouth of the faithful. So again, bro, I can't stress this enough. This isn't telling you not to dream and aim, bro. Y'all don't get it. I feel bad if you don't like this, man. You know why? Because this has to do with the stock market. I know. I'm taking it there. Do you know how many people in the last month or two I have seen change their financial future because they felt something? Or they had an omen? Come on, we've all been there. We have all made a bad decision using unreliable indicators. This isn't telling you to not have goals. This isn't telling you to not aim high. You actually should. But this is saying do not be deceived. I don't know if you guys understand. This is, again, don't be deceived by the money. Don't be foolish. But this is saying don't let your feelings dictate your life, dude. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it like a dream for real. You get worked up, you go to bed and wake up, you see a dream, and you're giving that more weight than what some of the other things that are, like, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I think some of you have in your life, bro, you got way more obvious signs that are, you know what I'm saying? There is way more obvious signs in your actual real life than any dream you will be given. Again, don't let a feeling, and that's what I'm saying, man, put the feelings through fire. That's low key. That's it. You got to put it through gold. An educated person knows many things, and one with much experience knows what he is talking about. An inexperienced person knows few things. This one's going to blow your mind. But he that traveled acquires much cleverness. Oh. I'm traveling for the experience. I'm traveling for the experience. I need to learn. I'm going to learn. Yeah, that came from the book, dog. That's not even their original idea. Ain't that something? I thought that blew my mind. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm telling you, it blew my mind. Because I always thought that was like a modern Western thing to a degree. But I guess not. So, but it makes sense. I've seen many things in my travels, and I understand more than I can express. I've often been in danger of death, but I've escaped because of these experiences. The spirit of those who fear the Lord will live, for their hope is in him who saves them. Those who fear the Lord will not be timid or play the coward, for he is their hope. Happy is the soul that fears the Lord. To whom does he look, and who is his support? The eyes of the Lord are those who love him, a mighty shield and strong support, a shelter from scorching wind and the shade in a noonday sun, a guard against stumbling and a help against falling. He lifts up my soul and makes the eyes sparkle. He gives health and life and blessing. If one sacrifices ill-gotten goods, the offering is blemished. I pause. I hope you like it. I hope you like that last one, but again, I am not going to let you walk away being a feeler. Some of you have a better gift for it, and you need to hone in your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Some of you need more empathy. Some of you claim values but lack empathy. I might be that person at times. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been jaded. But this is all what this is telling you. A lot of what this is saying, bro. The Lord is good, bro, and I trust him. But some of you need to start realizing you are not connecting and you're not seeing certain things, bro, and you're looking at things way. That's what I'm saying. Some of you, the natural rebellion in your heart, the Lord, fear of the Lord, eyes of the Lord, you don't like hearing it. I know you don't. But some of you are failing to grasp that these are principles. Grow up. No, grow up. You have something to fear. You know that if I do wrong, I will not get what I want. Timidness does not produce good things in life. That's a principle. You see what I'm saying? Do you have a principle that you could fall back on? That I could thousands and thousands go back in time? You see what I'm saying? And it still will hold true. And there's a principle to follow that will bring out something good. Do you have that? I get it. You can't eat the concept yet. You're like, what do you mean, Sky Daddy? What do you mean, Jesus this, God this? What do you mean, the shield? I get it. But come on. So I'm saying, look at what's on the sea. I'm not trying to say don't be a fool and chase the dragon. But do you have a principle you can chase, yes or no? I love this because you guys are going to see, man, this book right here. Y'all want to talk liberal and all this. This is going to show you something. Wait till you finish this. Because I want you to see, bro. If one sacrifices ill-gotten goods, the offering is blemished. The gifts of the lawless are not acceptable. The Most High is not pleased with the offerings of the ungodly, nor for a multitude of sacrifice does he forgive sins. Like one who kills a son before his father's eyes is the person who offers a sacrifice from the property of the poor. The bread of the needy is the life of the poor. Whoever deprives them of it is a murderer. To take away a neighbor's living is to commit murder. To deprive an employee of wages is to shed blood. Stop it. Very fascinating. This is what I was trying to tell some of y'all before. I was like, man, if y'all really like believe some of this stuff, though, you would realize this is more liberal than any liberal in San Francisco. And that is the problem, because we haven't done good all the time. Because that's what I was saying, bro. It don't matter. You can't do wrong to people and think you're gonna sacrifice your way out of it, especially with money. Like, that's crazy. Like, you got to actually help. And then it's saying, again, the concepts of wages. Giving people a fair wage, bro. That's saying you're literally shedding blood by not paying people properly. Come on. Again, I hate to break it to you. This one's sad. Should people be held accountable for doing wrong? Yes. But to cancel people for being assholes is murder. At least that's what this is saying. Depriving people and then people who need something and not giving to the people who need is murder. Again, let's cancel this person. Let's take away. Why? If it's not just, it's murder. This one might be my favorite. This hits? Yeah. Well, good. The Lord sees you, bro. Trust me. That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't know why people got this idea that just because you believe in God, I don't know if Tucker Carlson represented my God the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if these Fox News and corporations, I don't think, you know what I'm saying? There's a reason why I believe what I believe, but it's like, no, because that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is wrong. It's murder, shedding blood. But don't worry, you will be avenged. And trust me, it doesn't go unnoticed. This one's my favorite right here. When one builds and another tears down, what do they gain but hard work? That's crazy. So simple. That's it. That's just, what's that, dude? What are you doing? The effort. So all you get is hard work. It's funny because we don't like to work, but we love it if you look at it. When one builds and another tears down, what do they gain but hard work? Both working hard, but that's what you gain from it. When one prays and another curses, to whose voice will the Lord listen? If one washes after touching a corpse and touches it again, what has been gained by washing? So if one fasts for his sins and goes again and does the same thing, who will listen to his prayer? And what has he gained by humbling himself? Well, Chad, that's it. That's just one chapter. That's it. That's not even, oh no. That's crazy. And then the page just ripped out. I'm actually using a physical book. Well, I guess I'll have to hang it up. That's crazy. Well. This was, it's controversial. This book is very controversial. I talked about it. That's my sign, or maybe it just opened. See what I'm saying? That's why, God, trust me. We'll know, baby. We'll know. But don't worry. But no, that was I wanted to explain it, but I didn't have time. Maybe I should have done that, but I don't know. I wanted to share that with you guys. So because it's an interesting book, because it's not in the Bible, but it is technically, if you go back in time, it was like the OG Bible. So literally Martin Luther, if you know the Martin Luther, like of the Protestant movement, because of him, we don't have it. It's the Apocrypha, the Dead Sea Scrolls. So these are the books of the Bible that they don't actually really match up well with the Jewish text, and then the Jewish rabbis of early days, they stopped using it. So that's why it's a very interesting. This is like this is part of the Dead. Again, the book of Sirach. That's what this is called, Sirach. It's by what's his name? Ben Sheba. What's his name? Call him Ben Sheba, or where is it? Ben Sira. Yeah, I keep saying Ben Sheba. It still exists in the Catholic Bible, yeah, I think. So, but that's the thing. That's why it gets controversial, because like it's different. Like that's why I'm saying it's just not. This is not your chronological Bible, but it does have roots. So some people argue, and that's the thing, because the book of Sirach, it sounds almost exactly like Proverbs, but then it's so different. And then, like I'm saying, it's written by a scribe. Proverbs, Solomon was a king. That's a huge contrast. So that's why some of the stuff that gets said, it's a lot different. You know what I'm saying? And that's like, it just hits different. I can't explain it. It's the difference between a rich guy telling you something and how a rich guy moves versus not. Even the book of Sirach, he warned. I'll go back. I'll give you one example. Let me give you one example. Let me see. I think it's 8. Yeah, here's an example. Because he criticizes the rich a lot. Or he tells you, his guidance, like Solomon will tell you how to handle money and how to deal with things. And again, all of them go about manners and all of this stuff. But he has a different view because again, he's a scribe. So here's another way to put it. The book of Solomon, or book of Proverbs written by Solomon, nobody was above Solomon but God. Do you see what I'm saying? He was king. He was the king. So nobody came above Solomon except God. However, Sirach, he had kings and other humans above him, and then there's God. He had to operate under the government, essentially. He wasn't the government. Ta-da! But that's what he says. He said, do not contend with powerful, or you may fall into their hands. Do not quarrel with the rich, in case their resources outweigh yours. For gold has ruined many, and has perverted the minds of kings. Do not argue with the loud of mouth, and do not heap wood on their fire. Do not make fun of those who are ill-bred, or your ancestors may be insulted. Do not reproach one who is turning away from sin. Remember, we all deserve punishment. Do not disdain one who is old, for some of us are also growing old. Do not rejoice over anyone's death. Remember, we all must die. Do you see? In the beginning, do you see, like, the way he talks about rich people is different versus Proverbs. So it is very interesting. Again, the context of a scribe is much, much different than the context of a king. Then even 300, yeah. The only thing that gives it credence is the Dead Sea Scrolls, the timing, and then, again, up until Martin Luther, and then the other Jewish. Again, it was at some point, this was part of Jewish tradition, but then it faded. They don't even do it. And then again, the Catholics, they hung on to it. So it's quite interesting. It's fascinating. That's why I know there's some people, they're gonna get mad at me if I read it. Some people is like, yeah, no, you have to this. It's like, so it's like I said, it's controversial, but I stumbled upon it. I wasn't supposed to have it. Literally, like the other day, I was reading this study Bible that I have. It's more of like it's an Oxford study Bible. So it's like a really intense Bible with like other explanations and stuff. And then it somehow, I don't know why it had it, but it included the whole entire Apocrypha. So I said, oh, wow. All right, so let's see. No, I don't follow anything. I just believe Jesus Christ is king and died on the cross for my sins. And that's it. I believe in one God. And I think I believe in the Trinity, the Holy Trinity, nothing else. I understand language and I understand the words and how the history of a lot of things. And I understand there may be a little bit of my own ideas in there, in the sense of, you could show me a lot of things, but I know it's Jesus Christ. I don't know any other way to put it to you. And I know that I know a lot of again, I'm interested in stuff like this, but like I'm saying, I know what it boils down to, though, and I can't be shaken from that no matter what. So amen. But on that note, Chattadonia, I hope you enjoyed it. That, my friends, was probably your weirdest watch list. I don't think I've ever read or gave you a philo on a watch list. So I don't know how this is going to hit, but I definitely think it was thank you for spending my rest day, because I wasn't going to stream. So I wasn't going to stream or do a watch list. So I figured instead I'd cancel my real estate work and then hang out with the Chad. So I'm glad I got to give you the info, but I am glad I got to share with you something that was important with, this is what I was going to be doing anyways, like I said, but thank you for your time. Thank you for not reporting me. Can I, maybe we're one step closer to getting the plays back for every time you don't report me. Amen. But thank you all. I love you. God bless every single one of you. Have a wonderful night. I will see you in the morning. And finger to the sky, baby. Have a wonderful evening. Or not.